Mithali, in fact, to me it seems that this was a decision which was based more on impulse than, a mapped out strategy that will make America great again. How inconvenient will it be for the Americans as well as the people, who are used to using American products, consuming American products, if the iPhone is going to be sold for 4 lakhs? There are not going to be any takers, and that will give rise to competition as well. At the same time, the Treasury Department, is what I'm being told, Mithali, in the Congress was very, very concerned because of the securities market, the bond market. People started selling. They wanted to get rid of whatever stocks they could before actually things hit the fan. Do you think that Donald Trump is going to take this 90-day window seriously, or are we seeing an end to these reciprocal tariffs?
No, so I think, Vineet, everyone is guessing at this point, and I think this is what the Trump administration is thriving in. The most important thing is that the Trump administration is dominating news cycles, which is one of their main agendas, that they want to be on top of everyone's mind constantly. And the second thing is that they are dominating, they feel like they are at the stronger end of the bargaining stick because they feel like they are setting the agenda. But here I'm using the term feel like they are setting the agenda because I think the rest of the world has understood, even the staunchest allies of the US have understood that the US is at this point in time acting in a manner where it's only looking out for not only the interests of the American people, actually, they are not doing that. They are only looking at the interests of a certain group of people within the US. And there are, in fact, so many protests happening in cities across the US because people are understanding that if tariffs go through, and like Sharadji rightly said, the 50% was dangled earlier to make 10% look a little bit smaller. But 10% is still a very large number. And it still makes the US the most tariffed industrial economy in the world. So it still has, the US still has the highest trade barriers of any other industrial economy in the world. So today, even with a 10% tariff, it is extremely expensive to export to the US. It is extremely difficult to do business with the US. And all of this conversation that we've been having for the last 20 years, that, countries should open their economies, countries should open their agriculture sectors, countries should open their even nascent industrial sectors to, where goods should be flooded from developed economies to developing economies when they can't compete. All of those arguments now hold no water when the US feels threatened by a Lesotho, right? It just does not make sense. So at this point in time, I believe that there are 3 things which are very important for any country that is going to negotiate with the US, and there will be countries that will want to negotiate with the US, including India. But at the same time, we have to have a very strong national interest in that negotiation. We have to go from a position of strength. Any emerging economy also has to go from a position of strength and say, we can offer you A, B, C. What can you offer us in a genuine way? And have that kind of a, partnership amongst equals. We cannot look at the US now as an economy that's going to nurture other economies as it has done to some extent in the past. While also benefiting from that relationship, it has created a lot of goodwill and supply chains across the world. Today, it may not want to take that role, and therefore countries have to negotiate in national interest.
All right, great points there.